Hey, I'm Nick, and before I've mentioned to not focus about the hard parts of doing something when you're considering whether or not to do it, which is a pretty broad thing, and as such, I mean it for every way you could fit it in your life. But something that I wish I'd mentioned in that video as well is another way to look at it is if the task that you're doing were to be easy, would you do it? So that's this video out of the way straight away to get rid of your excuses. Imagine if the thing that you're about to do, if that task was easy, if it was simple, would you do it? If the answer is yes, then do it and push yourself to get it done. If the answer is no, then truly consider what your other excuses are, like time management and other responsibilities you have throughout the day. Now, another area in my life that I will use this is for deciding whether or not to work out when you're not feeling it. And maybe not even just that, but if you've recently recovered from an injury. You see, if you're like me, you like pushing yourself when you're working out. You can't do that when you're injured because that's going to stuff you up. But like I mentioned before, a little bit of work is infinitely better than no work at all. So if you're experiencing the same thing I'm experiencing and are tired and sore from an actual injury and deciding whether or not to work out, think of these two things. First, if what you're about to do is easy, would you be excited to do it or motivated to do it? If it's yes, then you've got to push through and actually get it done. And when you're injured, still do a little bit of work, which is something that I want to actually quickly pull back on and make sure you're not actually injuring yourself even more. But especially for working out in this context, if you at least reach failure on one of your sets, that is still almost guaranteed growth. It's not optimal. You shouldn't be doing one set of every exercise till failure for your whole routine, but it still is infinitely better than nothing. And like I mentioned before, this can be used for anything that you believe is going to be difficult. If you don't enjoy washing the dishes, if you don't enjoy putting stuff away or cleaning the house, if that task was easy, would you be more motivated to do it? It's a little question that lets you realize that your only excuse for not getting on with it is that you just don't want to do the hard work. And of course, maybe that isn't the only excuse, but it rules out one big one. And it lets you realize that you aren't working as hard as you've previously planned to be doing. Like you may have gotten really motivated to start working hard and pushing for what you want to achieve. And you may not realize that you're not following through on that promise you made yourself. But once you do recognize that you aren't following through with it, you're able to dig deep and push through. So yeah, that's it today. Another quick one. I hope it doesn't sound too harsh, but I personally find it to be very useful. I'll throw up some more videos of the channel if you want to check them out. But until then, I'll see you later.